You know what time it is, guys. Game 5. This time, BLG TES in the Grand Finals. I may need to go back to watch their other series against each other in winners side. But regardless, for a Game 5 draft, I'm not going to lie, TES's draft is not half bad. I mean, we have a Lucian Nico lane. I mean, honestly, the Nico doesn't really add much benefit to the Lucian, but for this lane, for this guy to play into, just does not sound fun at all. Now, of course, having Jhin does help negate some of the push priority situations. And yes, I've seen many times where people will take Alistar even into losing matchups, survive, and then he becomes very useful. The Akali could do a ton of work. For sure, she could do a ton of work. Though, granted, Nico is a good pick into her. Annie's not a half bad pick into her. Lee Sin could literally reveal her. So, it seems like a pretty capable blue side comp with a whole bunch of burst, and then you're kind of playing on this guy snowballing the fight. They have a Kali Jace with a Sejuani, and of course the Sejuani is going to feel a lot better than the Lee Sin later on, of course. She's going to be able to tank a lot of damage from these guys, because a lot of their damage is pretty early game oriented. And naturally her R ability is just, yeah, it gives you a way to initiate, which, if anyone has ever played the Lucian side, just letting you know, if you play Lucian, the best thing to do as a jungle is basically having a non-committal. Non-committal. So what I mean by that is, if you're playing Jarvan the Lucian, obviously, yes, he has the dash, but it just doesn't feel really good to try to full commit into Lucian all the time. Same when it comes to if you're playing maybe, Xin Zhao's okay. Vi, can be okay, but doesn't feel the best either. But things like Maokai, Sejuani, that can kind of just toss their shit at him, yeah, that feels amazing. And it kind of, again, especially because he didn't go cleanse, which may end up being, a big issue later, some of their strength on flexing on mid will not be nearly as good. So really, the key players is they need to snowball greatly in the early game, playing for drags, and they have a very reasonable comp to do this. They need to hold off, survive. This is going to be their key player in the early game. And if Bin does well, then they can lean on that. And we go from there. So let's get into it. I've seen this a lot more often. Annie's going phase rush. I don't know if I necessarily care for Annie phase rush. Especially in this kind of matchup, I feel like you just want more burst, so you should still go electrocute to ensure that you have that. But we'll see what happens. That's pretty good for them, not gonna lie. I mean, they weren't really gonna be touching the wave anyway, so for the most part, it's gonna be hard. So getting some chip damage on Nico, for instance, what he's doing right now, that feels super, super, super good. They're both pathing up. So the Lee Sin is acknowledging that the Jace is pretty much the only way for them to do shit. So he's playing to gank or affect that situation instead of going bot, where he's gonna have an automatic priority lane to get the crab. So I'm kind of curious what's gonna happen, because this guy's gonna get revealed. He ends up giving it up because the Jace is there. And so he's crossing to the bot, which ends up kind of wasting some time, but also he might have been pathing up just in case the Aatrox gets dove, which, if that's true, I mean, that's fine, but it's not really, doesn't really feel the best. Because if you notice, the Sejuani already based, so again, she's already kind of going through it. Granted, the lead did do his Raptors and his Krugs, right? So, he's not going to revisit. Actually, that feels really bad doing it that way, no? Because now, in theory, doesn't that feel awful? Because in theory, he's not going to revisit here for a bit. If he does Wolves and going into bot, then he's dropping his Gromp. Yeah, he has to go do his Gromp, so now he's pretty much, he has to go through mid or gank top. Meanwhile, this guy, because of like, oh my god, that is so bad. Oh, that's so bad. Also, if you look at this timer, it's like Lee Sin is still doing his camps. They know for sure Shad0w is ahead on the clear, and she hasn't shown anywhere. So like, as the mid laner, you should expect something bad to happen. You can't really hump mid unless you're assuming you can get out because you have phase rush and flash, right? So he gets phase rush, and it's still not enough. Oh god, that is so bad. Oh boy, that actually is kind of game losing. Oh, that's actually really rough. Ballsy. Dude, this is wild because like I'm looking at this situation and it's like, so the Jhin is coming through mid, has tabbies, doesn't have like a ton of damage, right? It's mostly for late. You have no Akali R, but they have no Annie R, and Annie is late, of course, because she died. He flashes in, which is not bad because if you get flashes, it's definitely worth it. And so like this guy has to get out. She takes the E. Jackie flashes in. Oh my god, you are such a fucking loser, Jackie. What the fuck? Literally, this whole situation is so winning for them already. Oh my god, this situation is so winning. Why did they go in? There's really not like a whole lot to really force. Like, I feel like once you WQ in, I think... man, I don't know. It's like... I do feel like not having the Kaliar just kind of makes this feel like shit. I mean, because like, unless they're going on the Lucian, okay? Maybe that's the issue. It's like you're targeting this guy, but if you W him, and you guys like focus hitting this guy, maybe you can kill the Lucian. Maybe. But he does have barrier, but maybe you can kill him. And also that means Alistar doesn't go as far, right? But it doesn't happen. And so like, once this happens, the college shit is run. Right? But like, cause like this is so fucked, right? Like, cause like she has to leave. The Lucian's just gonna free hit. This guy can always go back in. The Annie's coming up. Like this looks pretty bad. He just kills himself for some odd reason. And naturally, like they're like still like now Elk goes too deep. So now like okay, well now we're gonna go fight and kill Elk. Then they kind of forget about the stun, so this guy dies. But at the same time, funny enough, like they actually go a little too deep. Yeah, they kind of go just a little too deep. Like if they just stopped here, they're fine. Like they're because there's really like especially with the TP coming up, like just get the hell out. But it's a little hard to react in the moment, so they're dead. And then he hits level 6. Oh, good lord! The game just kind of flipped on their heads completely, and it's all because JackieLove just wanted to flash kill Alistar for some odd reason. Why did he do that? What the like, because the fight just really doesn't, like... Again, if they can combo correctly on the Lucian versus the Lee Sin, I can see the look possibly working. Okay, we just died. Interesting. But the way they did it was just not ideal. Oh, lordy. The Aatrox has tabbies, and he's like big chillin'. Like that's all you need in the matchup, and then you're typically perfectly fine. And of course, when the Jace does get to like 2 items, especially with Mura, yeah, he can kind of one-shot the Aatrox. But like until then, like until he gets to these items again, like there's not really much worry on the Aatrox side. So he's gonna base. TES already got the grubbies, but they get the drag. The Kali desperately needs farm. I mean, 55 farm is like just trash. Like, the mid farm is really, really bad this game. And it's definitely a big preference on, like, Tessa's side of Annie with less farm compared to Kali. Yeah, hell yeah. And the Kali also, by the way, went Mercs, which in theory, yeah, she kind of needs to do versus Annie. But it means she's getting her items pretty damn late. So, luckily enough, they have kills on Jhin, so they can play around Jhin a lot. They can play on, like, Jace a bit. And the Sejuani is actually pretty strong. So, yeah, that's, like, the big positives, is, like, they can kind of move around with these characters. But, yeah, the Kali's, like, kind of in the shitter. You're fucking kidding me. What? So, also, I like how my reset doesn't actually reset to 1.0. He flashes the stun, which is a classic error. But did he even have stun? He does have stun. Why the hell is he not just Qing him? Dude, oh my god, just Q him or W. You can't react to that. So, Cream just kind of griefs it big time. So Bin picks up a kill. Oh, Lord. Of course, if he got hit by that, that would have been awful. Oh, no. Oh, no. So he's really low. The Aatrox is feasting on bot, at least, but Jace is going to TP to it. But still, Bin picking up a kill in that situation. They get a trade back play top. Not bad, man, but damn, dude, just use your Q as Annie. Or W. One of the two. They have him. Yes, exactly. Exactly what Cubby says. It's like... It's like a low elo thing. Like, to be honest, like when you play in low elo, that's when you usually see the, like, and I, to be perfectly honest, like, we can account Diamond as low elo in terms of a, like, a pro standpoint, and I play in Diamond, and it's something I would do at times. Like, I don't do it all the time, but I definitely have done it before. Because you want to hit multiple members, and yeah, sometimes they just flash away, and you're like, oh, well, I'm Annie, so I'm absolutely useless now. Dragon's up in a minute. And they're cross... Ooh. Can you get one? That's not bad. So they're both crossing, so they kind of knew that these guys were leaning up TES and to take over top. So they were able to take bot. And since... the only downside of this whole play is that since they secured bot first, they're able to transition into mid. And to be honest, top tier 2 is worth more gold than mid tier 1. But in terms of strategy, it's not a good trade. Because Lucian needs to play on that turret, and when he has mid-tier 1 to feel safe to kind of press the way he wants to, it really helps the game. The fact that he doesn't have that now is they're gonna definitely feel that. They will for sure feel that. Okay. I mean, they're picking up a drag. It's a little late, but also keep in mind, who is the team that needs to be collecting drags? It's TES. Like, TES need to be having these drags under their belt so they can force them to come into them. The fact that the dragon is never going to be a threat for TES to use, that's pretty rough. I mean, the Aatrox is a natural shift timer to just mess with mid a little bit, but you boost mid and you can't do anything. Like, there's nothing to do. And they don't have control. And these guys don't want to actually... Because again, keep in mind, they're the team who doesn't need to drive these kinds of objectives forward. It's TES who needs to be driving these forward. They need to be having fights happen regardless of what's happening. They need to be creating fights. So the Annie is now going bot to take this. At the same time, the Annie could just be dropping bot, saying fuck it, go mid as 4, take over mid wave, and do something. If you're trading into bot, you're losing the game as TES. Like seriously, you're losing the game as TES by doing this. This is not the right way to play. I don't think it's good. Seriously, I know they didn't have control, but they need to be creating moments. And it's definitely not good. This guy's just getting randomly caught and dying? Okay. That sucks. They're not going to force Otacon right away, but they're definitely going to get vision over, which now makes the next round to be really good. Because you're going to notice these guys are going to start poking their heads into bot to get vision. So Alistar can help handle that. If Sejuani wanted, for instance, in this moment, she could have looked top and try to find a play on whoever, but the Jace wants the base to get an item, so it's like, okay, cancel that play. I'm getting my item. Alright, Jace has a really long timer. Cool. We're going to come into bot, set up some poke, set up Otacon, let's go. You know, like, that's how, like, they're playing these rounds, and it feels really good as, like, BLG. Like these situations feel great. For, like, Aatrox here, he should be pushing another wave. Now he's doing it, right? Like, he should push the other wave. It's like, okay, I need this guy to answer. Like, they haven't fully committed to Otacon yet, and again, he should push another wave. Like, he actually should be pushing another wave. He's trying to base and TP in, and of course, BLG's in the driver's seat, so for BLG, they're just kind of like, well, good luck. And for Aatrox, like, just... he probably has a lot of gold, I'm not gonna lie. Like, as much as I want him to do that, he does need a base TP at the same time. They could play to let Otacon fall and let BLG take it, but still fight afterwards, which then means he could do 2 extra waves. And of course, if he was doing these sooner, you know, that would also be of an assistance, right? They actually have a really good flank. Oh, you know what? I think he should do that. Because look at this. If he does +2, this wave crashes. He gets a lot of money for that, right? They have a very high chance of losing this Otacon, but he has a TP flank. And so to me, it's like, if he can get a little bit more gold, deny, get a TP flank, you lose Otacon, but he comes in, and you fight, and you can sandwich and get a win, it doesn't matter. Like, seriously, getting Otacon wouldn't matter. They have 13. I'm just looking at the petals, because sometimes if both teams have, like, 15, also the Otacon doesn't really give that many petals. So yeah, I mean, he ends up, like, so they don't even use the... Oh, was the ward gonna expire? When's the ward gonna expire, though? Ah, it was gonna expire soon. So he would have to... This base is correct, then. Because it actually dies soon. So he would have to... And also, Annie's so far. They'd probably double TP to make this work. It'd be really fucking messy, though. Nah, I don't think he can actually do a TP flank. I don't think it's possible. That sucks. If they can't TP flank... I mean, you could just give up the Otacon if it's hard to contest. Granted, they do need to be creating fights, right? And of course, if Dragon is coming up at the same time, which it is up, right? It's like up in 10 seconds. Oh, you know what they should do? Because, you know, they are eyeballing this a lot, but I think the best move that they could do is that Nico needs to get a ward. Like, they're so worried about, like, going through bot, but they're playing Lucian. So, like, they should go through mid and be okay opening through mid. And I think that's why this is, like, I think it's, like, the best way to make this feel better. Because, one, if it goes through mid, you clear vision, you get vision here. This gives you, like, more access for this guy to TP. The Dragon is what matters the most, not this. You go through bot, they're able to, they themselves are able to push mid and swing control this way while still defending this. And it's like, that just feels awful. Like, they didn't do... Like, TES literally did nothing to improve their situation whatsoever, while still burning TP, and didn't even, like, push top in fully. Yeah, and then now they're like, well, we need to go contest the drag, but we're all stuck on bot side. We literally can't go get it. I don't know why they pulled the drag to the right, to be honest, as BLG. Like, I don't know why you would pull it that way. But regardless... Okay. What? So, the Nico gets a really, really good R. Plus she E's backwards just like to get these guys. Akali can always get out. Oh, he missed. He would kill this guy for sure if he hits. So, but Jackie Love flashed it. So Jackie Love just couldn't dodge it though. Rough. That's rough, but that's 3 drags. And again, the team that scales better. And like, if you look at the Jace, like, yeah, he has his 2 items. Aatrox is gonna get kind of like messed up. Woo! Oh, we are just getting the hell in there. What the hell? So, okay. And again, one point to really bring up and why this feels kind of bad is you're playing Lucian and you're not playing through Lucian at all. If you're not playing through Lucian at all, yeah, this comp is absolutely shit. So they need to start doing that. Like, I don't know if they're actually going to ever start doing it, but they need to start doing it. Because these guys just move their jungle and mid while the Lucian is slow to move down. But it's really wild that he just jumped in there, because, like, he has 2 members here, he has 1 member here, and 1 member here, so he's, like, pretty far. He's pretty much on his own. The Nico's trying to buy time, but I think she's actually inting. It's like, I don't know why she went that way. Clearly, Shad0w is inting. So why did Nico int herself? I don't really get that. And of course, he's very tanky, so is On. So this is like where the damage issues like can kind of pop up. If you notice 369 in some of these fights, like, yeah, like if the fight prolongs a little bit and people get low enough, you can see that he could snowball in the fight. Like, he really could. But man, I don't know. Shad0w literally just inted himself running in there. Seriously, like, this is just a fucking int. And then Nico killed himself. Like, just ulti the Sejuani and do your best to kill the guy. And if he doesn't die, well, he's too good. But if he does, yeah, it's quite awful. So here we go. The Aatrox is mid. We're playing on the next mid wave. We need everyone on mid wave. 5-stack mid wave, 5-stack mid wave, 5-stack mid wave, 5-stack mid wave. Why the hell did we just give over mid? So they kind of did it. I mean, they tried to be tricky with the Nico, but like, now we're just flipping the Baron. I mean, like, you need to flank with Aatrox or like Lee Sin to make this kind of thing work. So they kind of just wasted. They took the mid wave and then did what with it? Literally nothing. And now they're trying to catch these guys on the base, which they might have actually done. I mean, like, they waited and fake base and they actually tricked them. And then they actually, oh dude, honestly, that play was very well done. Again, like, most people would assume that they're just taking bases in Fog. But they tricked those guys to match bases, which actually gets them the Baron. And then Akali's on flank, and they all commit on one side to the 1-man. So it's a 5v1, which is phenomenal. Perfect. Like, that's exactly what you're supposed to do. And it also gets them the drag to buy time very early on. So now you have 2 minutes to siege. Nice, Cream. Very nice. This Lucian desperately needs pen. He can't go GA. If he does go GA, they're gonna drop damage like quite a bit. Like, they're already struggling to kill the Shad0w. The Annie also should never go what she just went. Like, I understand why she goes it for the sake of just like her own individual lane, right? Like it does help her side lane. She was never gonna side lane against Kali though. So she should focus on just getting Void. And again, going max amount of burst, because that's what they need. They have to burst someone to win a fight. You are not gonna win a fight against Alistar Sejuani. You're just not. Like in like a standard 5v5 where you don't get a pick off, not happening. They're just waiting for drag. UNGA. Don't get me wrong. I don't know. It makes him less of a threat, and it's again like you have, and she's going Zonia's to like try to make a play, but it's not the dude. No, just no. I don't know why Shad0w's face checking that. There's literally zero need. Just when you're looking at this map, are you playing for tier 2 mid? No. What are you playing for? The dragon. So what do you control? This. This is all they have to control to get the drag. So him just like randomly taking like 1,000 damage. Cool, I guess. Just relax. Just relax. Well, they're trying to force through mid, but they don't have control of the drag. I have to pause it, because again, my thing's not resetting correctly, so I can go on 1x speed. So here's the thing, when these guys press like this, by the way, they have such strong front line that it's actually awful for TES to do this. Like, they could actually hold her ground and mess with them pretty easily. So I'm surprised they're giving the space they're giving at all. Like, I don't know why they would ever give this, but sure, I guess we're just scared. So they give space to pull them into this situation, and so like what they're thinking of is like, okay, well if we fight here, you know, our Kali's here, it's a little more awkward for her to play compared to if we pull them into this space. Now she has this, which is this open part, and maybe they'll be more beneficial. Our like Jace can kind of spread out and like hit more QEs. We can pull the dragon back, lure them more in, maybe we get more poke damage, and that's like what they're thinking of. I'm gonna assume that's how they think the fight should go. Again, I think they're tanky enough and strong enough that they could just fight on the line, but sure, like we're doing it this way. Now, I will say, right now they've gotten limited poke, and they should definitely not be trying to burst the dragon down, because you just haven't done much yet. So I don't really know what they're doing. They're kind of just like flipping it randomly. I mean, the guy is in. I mean, like he killed it with the 4th shot. I mean, congrats, but like a pretty awkward contest. Woo! I mean, that's literally the game right there, but like I'm just like watching this and it's like these, like they all have flashes. Straight up, the Lee Sin, by the way, straight up. Like also, do they have Mikhails? No. No Mikhails. Does he have a ward hop? He does. I don't know why he would throw his Q at that guy. But like, low key, this guy could just ward hop and kick the Seju away. And gain like all this random space. And now they're the ones who are in a position to take the drag. Like, just saying, like, this is good for Akali. Don't get me wrong. Akali wrapping around is great for them. But, yeah, I don't know. It's just a little wild. But, like, so they have everyone stacked, and Jackie kind of has to follow the team now at this point, because they're just, like, randomly, like, no, they haven't really done anything to disengage these situations. And also, like, somehow the Nico gets hit by the combo at the same time as, like, Lee Sin, which, again, pretty bad. And now they have no skills to deal with the Akali, which is pretty fucked. And yeah, I mean, that's it. That's quite literally it. They get the Baron, they get the Dragon. Nothing. Wait, what? I'm like, there's nothing they can do. And then they actually just lose a fight. Oh, they got a Nico. Oh, dude, come on. There's just no way this is happening this late. You're kidding me. He's literally walking as a minion. Dude, there's just no way. Oh, there's just no way that happens. How do you die to, like, freaking Nico this late? I still can't believe that, man. There's some very funny things happening in this game. I mean, these guys are, like, really down to just kind of, like, flip a situation, you know? Like, they're really down to just, hey, you know, it's not perfect, but we're gonna force you to just skill, like, we're just gonna skill check you. Like, big time. And if you fail, good luck. Now, again, to me, with the comp they have, they could just be stat checking them, like, in a lot of situations. Like, yes, you do need to be wary of, like, some certain flanks, but if you see everyone, and, like, you have all the exits covered, yeah, like, let's see what's happening right now. Like, you can just run at them, and they'll just die. So that's it. They won. They're champions. BLG are the champs. How would I say that? Who is the MVP of this game? To me, the MVP, it's probably Knight. I mean, Knight had some very good moves. So then again, you know, in all honesty, there's like, I feel like their whole team did pretty damn good. If you think about Bin, especially Bin got that one surprise kill on weak side, which was great. And then he held himself down, right? Knight fell down pretty early, and he kind of made it up in some of the fights. But he definitely like took a little bit of a whopping in the beginning. Shad0w was good. He did a few messed up plays. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, this is kind of messed up that he's doing this, but like he did them. Bot lane was overall pretty damn good. I don't know. I'm just gonna say it's fucking BLG. Honestly, I feel like everyone really did a great job. Like for them, I mean, it kind of is cream. Like, it just was not the ending game. It was just not the ending game at all. I will also say there's a little bit of Jackie Love involved in this too because of that one fight that just really screwed them over because he decided to just go super deep. Granted, they did not have to all continue going deep afterwards, but just saying like, it was just kind of a classic like, dude, you should not have done that, man. Overall, though, for this like game, it still puts me in the same spot where I've always think about when it comes to LCK and LPL teams. It's like, yes, when LPL teams do play against LCK teams, they do typically clean up a bit of the way they play. But at the same time, it's a little unrooted, and some of the risks that they take are just not good. Like, they're just, it's too much. And unless, like, your team is, like, that good at skill checking you, which, yeah, I mean, LPL has literally created teams who are really that good at skill checking you, it can fall apart. And naturally, of course, you know, when you have teams like Genji who just kind of have like some of the best in slot players in the world in all positions, and if they play well together, it's a little rough. But it was good. It was good seeing these teams. Hopefully, you know, everyone's able to put up good performances when they go to Worlds. Because I really hope LPL can actually look good, you know what I mean? Like against LCK teams as we all wish for. But yeah, not bad. Thanks for watching, guys.